And so this is why I wanted the camera. As you can see there, we can see right where that's going to come in. Look at that right there. That's going to keep me from ripping that thing off. I was not planning on doing an install today, but actually my package just got delivered. I got the notification on my phone, so I'm heading back to get it. And we're going to stop at the auto parts store, pick up something we need for the project. But we should hopefully be able to install this front-facing parking cam today. And then I won't have to worry about messing up my front splitter, especially once we install the coilovers that I got on order. So we got a whole bunch of parts on order coming in for the install soon. So I should have a whole bunch of content for you guys coming up. So I have no idea what I'm doing as far as electronics, wiring into fuses and stuff like that. So my dad's helping me out to figure this out. So I'd stopped at the store to try and find ADA circuits for the right fuse size, but I couldn't find what I was looking for, so he's basically trying to make his own here. So my initial plan is I want to mount it on this panel that's unused right here with the white symbol. I was initially thinking of taking this bracketry off here, but I realized with the cable coming out the back there, if I try and mount it flat, it's going to get in the way. So I think I'm going to leave the bracketry on, and I'm going to use double locking side Velcro. And so we're basically going to find a spot on this panel to put it where it's going to look nice. It's a nice like 3 monitor setup here. I was afraid that this was going to be too big, but it seems like it's a pretty good size for what we're trying to do. It's even smaller than I thought it was going to be. But if I find a good spot, I think it'll look nice here once it's done. So I figured out where I'm going to put it. It's going to be here. Basically, we just have the wire. It's going to come from the back of the monitor. It's going to connect into the wire connected to the fuse panel in there. Now we're just trying to route that wire from in there through to come out here, which is where we're going to run the wire down to connect the camera down by the bumper. Kind of have to be able to get our hand back here in order to pull that wire through, so we're going to see if we can nudge the battery over a little bit.
Go in and see if you can push it through. I'll hold this on.
so the project's almost complete. Just have to test out the angle and see if it's exactly where we want. If it is, we just gotta tie up loose ends and it's all done. Let's see how this looks. And that's looking pretty good. That position's pretty solid there. Final view of the install is right in that gap, right there. I'll show you how it looks like on the inside. Got the monitor right here. In that view, we can see a bunch of the blue on the lip there, so I can see whatever's on the ground in front of me when I go to park. It's going to be so much better having the ability to see what's in front of my bumper, especially going into parking structures. See, it's working really good. The camera has a hard time picking up the focus on it while we're moving here though, but I can assure you that screen looks crystal clear all the way. I made it back with the camera all right. The camera angle was perfect, and it actually let me pull further into the garage than I usually do, just because I knew I was okay and I wasn't going to hit anything. I think it's going to be really helpful when it comes to parking, especially once I install the coilovers, which are actually going to be here hopefully pretty soon. Hopefully it holds up to highway speeds and rain, and with the way that I mounted it, we actually didn't screw it in place at all. Unfortunately, there wasn't really any spot that made sense to put the bracket. We could do it in the future maybe, but for now, it's actually wedged in between two pieces of plastic perfectly on the bumper, and we have the double-sided tape holding it in on both sides. So I don't really think it's gonna go anywhere. The 3M mounting tape seems to be really good. If it does come loose, we actually have the cable zip tied up, so it's just gonna hang there, and I'm just gonna see it on my feed, so I'll know that something's wrong. So hopefully you guys liked how it turned out, and I have something else to show you. Another video coming soon.